and more importantly, he can catch that football out of the backfield. It's going to be vital to our success. DeAndre Washington, where he goes, I believe our team goes because of the factor that running the football is the most important part of a championship team. And with that said, let's go to the other side real quick. And to all Big 12 performer, maybe your and I's favorite player that we've seen for 2 years running now. We know he's vocal, we know he's mean, we know he's big, and he is a tackle machine, a sack machine. Pete is the man
Pete
on the defensive side of the football.
What did we see him in 2013? Before
Yes.
the 2014 season, we went and watched, I guess it was Cliff's first season.
It was a spring game.
Yeah, it was the spring game, and we went to the practice, actually. Do you
It
remember
was
that?
the practice.
It was
You're
the
right,
practice. And, they had the music.
Who's yelling down there?
The fanfare or whatever, but Pete
Who will
was
not
the
stop
man.
talking?
He's got war paint on, man.
Yeah.
It's an absolute
In practice.
monster. He will eat you. He will eat your kids, folks. I'm telling you, stay away from this guy.
You don't want any of Pete.
Not really. You can. I bet he's a good guy. But
On the
he
football
probably-
field, you don't want Pete.
No, this guy's 6'3", 243. He was lauded last year highly. He did
A
well.
monster.
In a bad defense. To be fair.
Fair.
But he stuck his nose in there every chance he got, and we're loving the prospect of this guy.
Yes.
This year.
He is a leader on that football
Pure
field.
Raider too. 100% Raider.
I can only imagine what he does in that locker room. Your captain is, in my mind, Pete. The vocalism that he has on that field, the meanness, number one. And I love it. I love watching Pete play because he will just go and make a play. It doesn't
Stick his
matter where
head
he's
in
at on the field. It doesn't matter who's on the field. It doesn't matter who he's playing. Pete is going to show up day in, day out, regardless. You can count on Pete. All Big 12 last season, all Big 12 this season, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. Pete, All-American this season.
You heard
Texas
it
Tech,
first.
Red Raiders, put one on the board for the defense, Pete. That's you, buddy, and we got faith in you. We're the ones that bought your jersey, and we have had faith from day one. We are excited to see what you have. Back to the offensive side. How do we get the running game going? How do we get Patrick Mahomes? How do we take care of him? And it starts with the big boys up front, and we all know who stayed home from the NFL, who could have made the big bucks. Going forward right now, this fall, who could be making the big bucks? That's Raven Clark. And what does he bring to the table?
That's right. This is a big man that, I mean, how can we make this point anymore? The man could have went to the NFL after last season. Who wouldn't? But we're not hating on you, Raven. We're loving you. We're loving you all the way through. I think this guy is Raider till he dies, man. And he brings all the things that you expect from a professional, from a pro level lineman. I want to say pro level college lineman. He is a pro level lineman.
Pro caliber.
Excellent pass blocker. I watched a thing a while back. It was an expert actually examining his ability. I can't remember. It was against a great pass rusher from Oklahoma State. I need to look at that again. I can't remember his name, if he's back or not.
But
the truth is, he
not
got
that many from Oklahoma State, by the way.
That's right. But he got the better of this guy. He's a monster. He's going to anchor the Tech offensive line this year, which is a strong one anyway. You got the likes of Tony Morales, Alfredo Morales
brothers.
The Morales brothers, man.
Beasts.
Yeah,
Manhandlers up front.
Monsters, I believe, from the West Texas area, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Are they from Midland someplace? I can't remember it. Should have got this straight before.
But
I think they
doesn't
are.
matter. We got a great offensive line led by Raven Clark, led by the Morales brothers.
I've been reading this week that some folks actually think that we have the second best or maybe even the best offensive line in the Big 12. Now,
I don't doubt it.
And that's what we need.
That's where it begins.
If we are going
in
to
the
be
trenches.
That's right. And if we are going to be this attack heavy philosophy,
right?
If we're going to carry this attack heavy, sort of a Leach era type thing, still kind of a continuation. Outscore this guy.
Right.
Outscore this guy at the bare minimum, even though we're growing on it. If that's the case, then we need to have that offensive line, and I think this year we've got it. I think we've got Pat Mahomes in place.
The depth.
We got the depth. I'm starting to see something here, folks. Are we starting to gather a concept? I think we are. I think that concept is winning this damn Big 12.
And this is the Kings program. Those are who Mason and I project to be all Big 12 performers this season. And I don't think that's far-fetched. I think a lot of people also projected that. Now let's move on. Let's move back to the defense, back to the expectation. Nigel Bethel. A lot rides on him and his athleticism. 5-star athlete. Everyone knows what he brings to the table. We just need to see it on the field. The guy is a freak athlete, and he could do a lot of big things. He could be the best cornerback in the league this season. I believe it's only his second season, and if he could just progress and show us on the field, this guy could be a playmaker every single week. And that's what we have to have in the Big 12. We got to have a guy that can shut down someone else's best receiver.
I see him causing big problems, Lance. I really do. It causing big problems from a little man. 5'9", 188. Little guy.
More speed, though.
Though a lot of controversy in his first few months here. The guy's ready to play. He's ready to play and perform. He's got something to prove. Got an axe to grind.
Lots.
And I think we're going to get that. This is a guy that can cause the likes of an Oklahoma State, a Baylor, a Trayvon Boykin from TCU that can cause this guy a lot of problems.
Disruption.
It's something that you don't see on the horizon as much as you do maybe other players. He's small. The guy can leap through the ceiling. He can be a real nuisance. I think he's going to be a real nuisance. Really looking forward to see what he does this year.
It's going to be exciting to see what he brings to the table.
Too,
and I'm going to go ahead and say this. What else is going to be exciting is seeing what Braden Fehoko brings in his freshman season.
Highly talented.
Highly. Maybe the best defensive recruit in the nation. Went ahead and came on down to Lubbock, Texas. And this is my freshman defensive player of the year is Fehoko. If he stays healthy, we all know his talent's there. He dominated the Elite 11. He has dominated every level of football. He's a big old boy. He is strong. He is mean, and he's exactly what we needed in this defense to just come on and let's just make it happen.
That's right. We'll get an opportunity to check him out pretty early in the season. We'll see him in the first couple of games, the starter games. But this is a guy that Mike Smith brought in from his time out in Hawaii. Really lucky that we have a guy like this in the first place. We would never be in that.
He'd be starting on any team.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. We're against Arkansas. I'll be super excited to see him because he is that kind of defensive lineman